Hello, welcome back to my channel, and for those that are new, my name is Jennifer, and today I have a book haul for you. I'm excited. I have purchased 7 more books in the beginning of November, and I'm excited to share them with you. I got 3 books from Barnes & Noble, and then 4 from a Pango order. I had such great luck with the last Pango order. I went ahead and was looking for The Poppy Fields by Nikki Ehrlich. And so I went ahead to find a seller that had at least that book for sale, and then I found 3 more, making the shipping worth it and also supporting a seller. So I'm very excited to share these 7 books with you today. So I'm excited. So let's go ahead and start with the Pango order that I got. And these are all books that were on my TBR, and I was looking excited to read them. I read for recommendations from different YouTubers. And so let's go ahead and get started. So the first book that I got is Return to Wyldcliff Heights by Carol Goodman. This will be a new author for me, but this one was from a new channel that I've been really interested in, is Lena's Library. And so I'm excited to read this one based off of her review and recommendation from her institution and reformatories. No, her vlogs that she does every once in a while for those types of books. And so I'm excited to continue my trend with those books this year as well. So this is the first book that I got. It is about, the tagline says, losing yourself inside a book can be dangerous. Not everyone finds their way out. Agnes Corey, an editorial assistant at a small independent publisher, has been hired by enigmatic author Victoria St. Clair to transcribe the sequel to her 1994 hit phenomenon, The Secret of Wyldcliff Heights. St. Clair has been a recluse since the publication of Jane Eyre's-esque book, which coincided with a terrible fire that blinded and scarred her. Arriving the Hudson Valley at St. Clair's crumbling estate, which was once a psychiatric hospital for wayward women, Agnes is eager to ensure St. Clair's devoted fans will get the sequel that's been anticipated for the past 30 years. So again, that's where the Wyldcliff Heights is the name of the reformatory. So we'll see psychiatric hospital, so we'll see how I like this one. All right, moving on to book number 2. I got The September House by Charissa Orlando. This one has also been recommended to me by some fellow YouTubers. And so this is a woman who's determined to stay in her dream home, even after it becomes a haunted nightmare, in this compulsory, readable, twisty, and layered debut novel. When Marguerite and her husband Hal bought the large Victorian house on Hawthorne Street for a sale at a surprisingly reasonable price, they couldn't believe they finally had a home of their own. Then they discovered the hauntings. Every September, the walls drip with blood. Oh. The ghosts of former inhabitants appear, and all of them are terrified of something that lurks in the basement. Most people would flee. Margaret is not most people. So I'm going to stop there and what happens with this house. So sounds like a good spooky read, so we'll see when I am excited to read this one. All right, moving on to book number 3. This one is What She Left Behind by Ellen Marie Wiseman. I got this recommendation from Krista from Books and Jams. She is currently reading this one, or is already done, and so I just found it really good. And so yeah, it is beveled edges. I don't really like those, but we'll make it work. I don't know why people do this. And it says, in this stunning new novel, the acclaimed author of The Plum Tree merges the past and present into a haunting story about the nature of love and loyalty and the lengths it will go to protect those who need us most. 10 years ago, Izzy Stone's mother fatally shot her father while he slept. Oh. Devastated by her mother's apparent insanity, Izzy, now 17, refuses to visit her in prison. But her new foster parents, employees at the local museum, have enlisted Izzy's help in cataloging items at a long-shuttered island asylum. There, amid piles of abandoned belongings, Izzy discovers a stack of unopened letters, decades-old journal, and a window into her own past. Ooh, it'll be interesting to see how connected and what that means and how it involves her mom and her story and all of that. So I think this one is also going to be really good. Yeah, so I'm excited to get another asylum book, which is kind of funny. I'll probably be continuing this trend through the new year. That's all right. It's something that I like to read. It's good to know about myself that I learned this past year for sure. All right, the fourth book that I hinted at that I got that I was looking for from Pinko was The Poppy Fields by Nikki Erlich. This is the second book by this author that I'm reading. I really did enjoy The Measure, so I'm excited for another story by this author. And I believe it came out this year. Let's just double check. Yeah, it came out this year. It says, what if there were a cure for the brokenhearted? Welcome to the Poppy Fields, where there's hope for even the most battered hearts to heal. Here, the remote stretch of the California desert, lies a controversial and experimental treatment center that allows those suffering heartache of loss to sleep through their pain and to keep on sleeping. After patients awaken from their prolonged state of slumber, they will finally be healed, but only if they're willing to accept the potential shadowy side effects. On a journey to this mystical destination are 4 very different strangers and 1 little dog. Ava, a book illustrator, Ray, a fireman, Sasha, an occupational therapist, Guy, a free spirit, and a friendly puppy named PJ. As they attempt to make their way from Midwest all the way to the Poppy Fields, where they hope to find Ellis, the center's brilliant and magnetic founder, each of their past secrets and mysterious motivations threaten to derail their voyage. So it sounds like a road trip book. That's what I've heard, is the focus is more on the road trip to getting there than the actual Poppy Field Center instead. So hopefully I enjoy this one. Hopefully it is just as compelling and interesting of a read like The Measure. So, and hopefully it's like some thought-provoking information. All right, moving on now to the 3 books that I got from Barnes & Noble. I was looking for the 5th book in the Dungeon Crawler Carl series, and so I got it. So I got the Butcher's Masquerade, and by Matt Denneman. Again, this is the 5th book. This one is hot pink on the spine and inside. And so, yeah, so we'll go ahead and continuing on with this series. It's very exciting. How many pages is this? This is very chunky. Let's see how long this one is for sure. It is 707 pages. All right, so they keep getting bigger and bigger. And so I'm excited to continue this series. And so while I was already purchasing this one online from Barnes & Noble, I went ahead and just got books 6 and 7 while I was at it. Early Christmas, Thanksgiving presents for myself, I think. And so, yeah, so they are definitely an investment, but I'm excited to continue these. This one is definitely the biggest one of them all. This is The Eye of the Bedlam Bride by Matt Denneman. This is book 6 in the series. It is hot orange, neon orange colors with this and this one. And so I know this one is over 800 pages, which is just crazy. 812 pages. Yeah, so these are gonna take me a while to read them. Again, I'm probably gonna continue this series in December after I read a bunch of books here in November with The Eye and the Spiderweb. It's very cute. And then Donut the cat and Carl the crawler. And so, yeah, and the skulls, very fun. So, all right, moving on to the latest release. This one just came out in October. It's the 7th book. This is This Inevitable Ruin by Matt Denneman. This one is blue, I believe, blue-green, whatever. This one's always controversial. It's blue or green. I think it's more blue. And so, yeah, so this one is also pretty chunky, but not as big as the 6th book. Let's see how many pages this one is. Oh, I might be wrong. This one might be longer. Okay. Let's look. 870. I was wrong. This one's bigger, which is, I was not expecting that. Okay, those are some investments into some reading some of these books. So, all right, these are the 7 books that I got for this beginning half of November. I'm not sure if I'm going to get any more books for Black Friday or not, but I wanted to come on and share these great new resources and excited books that I'm added to my TBR. And now that I have these, and those Dungeon Carl books are so big that I might have to reorganize my shelves again. This might be a monthly pursuit at this point, which is kind of funny. I'm gonna have to make some more room. As you can see, I have, if I can point in the right direction, this spot here, but this is usually set for my books that I'm hauling and need to share with everybody. So this is kind of a spot for those. So we'll see if we do some more shelf reorganizing this month or not, and prep for some books, or if I get any more during Black Friday sales, we'll see what I get up to. Hopefully you guys are having a great November and enjoyed this little bit of a book haul. Let me know down in the comments, what is your favorite book out of my haul? Have you read any of them? Do you recommend anyone that I start with? Does anyone really pique your interest? Are you now interested in reading one of them? Share in comments down below. I love to hear from you. You guys have a great rest of your day. Bye.